All right, lots of things to cover this week. We are going to start with one of my previous videos was about how Trump likely has had a TIA, possibly a stroke, and there's some people speculating that maybe he has mild dementia. He was giving a speech in front of foreign leaders the other day at the economic conference, and he referred to Greenland as Iceland, I think 3 times or so.
When I told them about Iceland, they loved me. They called me daddy. Iceland, that I can tell you. I mean, our stock market took the first dip yesterday because of Iceland. So Iceland's already cost us a lot of money.
And while this could indicate some mild dementia, the fact is, and you can put your input in the comments, but as someone who has worked with people very closely who have dementia for almost 20 years now, people can still be pretty high functioning and have mild dementia. They still drive, they still do a lot of other things. Not saying it's great, but I'm just saying that you can still function pretty well as someone who has mild dementia if he does. I'm not saying that he does or he doesn't, but what people should be more concerned about is that Trump is more than likely a malignant narcissist.
What is malignant narcissism? It has the same base as all narcissism. Little or limited capacity for empathy.
Condolences on the loss of your friend Charlie Kirk. May I ask, sir, personally, how are you holding up over the last day and a half, sir?
I think very good. And by the way, right there, you see all the trucks? They've just started construction of the new ballroom for the White House, which is something they've been trying to get, as you know, for about 150 years. And it's going to be a beauty.
Entitlement.
I think I'm entitled to personal attacks.
Grandiosity.
Nobody knows more about taxes than I do, and income than I do.
Nobody knows more about construction than I do.
Nobody knows more about campaign finance than I do.
I know more about drones than anybody. Nobody knows much more about technology, this type of technology, certainly, than I do.
Validation seeking.
I can't think of anybody in history that should get the Nobel Prize more than me. And
Arrogance.
Have a better education than them? I'm smarter than them.
Superficiality.
President Trump looks at looks, even in opposition candidates.
I hear he's nice looking. I think I'm better looking than him. I do.
All the usual stuff. But in the malignant narcissists, we also observe some other patterns we don't tend to see as much. We can, but not as much in the other narcissistic styles. And these include exploitativeness.
And with the help of a GOP campaign platform known as Win Red, he decided to set up weekly recurring donations by default to any of his supporters who dared donate any money to his campaign. One of the individuals who was scammed is a man named Victor Amelino. He's a 78-year-old Californian who referred to the Trump campaign as bandits. He had made a $990 online donation to Trump in early September via WinRed. It recurred 7 more times without his knowledge, adding up to almost $8,000. He said, "I'm retired. I can't afford to pay all that damn money." Neither could a cancer patient who was also scammed in a similar way. Unfortunately, he's passed away, but he did find out that he was scammed prior to passing away.
Manipulativeness.
Trump's relationship with the media was one of constant manipulation. He understood the power of the press and how it could be used to fuel his rise. By constantly feeding the media with sensational statements, false claims, and inflammatory rhetoric, he kept himself in the spotlight and shaped the conversation to suit his needs. His use of Twitter as a platform to broadcast his thoughts, often bypassing traditional media outlets, was revolutionary in how it allowed him to control his narrative. Like other dictators, Trump leveraged the media to keep his supporters engaged, while simultaneously casting doubt on any critical voices. By branding the press as the enemy of the people, he created a dichotomy in which his supporters saw him as the only truthful source of information. At the same time, any opposing viewpoints were dismissed as fake news.
Coercive control.
More recently, Americans have been watching videos of ICE tackling a young mother, tear gas being used in a Chicago residential neighborhood, and the smashing of car windows. Have some of these raids gone too far?
no, I think they haven't gone far enough.
And a sense of being very controlling.
A moment ago, President Trump saying that he's considering tariffs on any country that does not support the U.S. controlling Greenland. Here's the bite. Watch.
I called Germany. No, 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 we will not do that. I said, no, we're going to put a 25% tariff. And I may do that for Greenland, too. I may put a tariff on countries if they don't go along with Greenland, because we need Greenland for national security.
There is a meanness, a menace.
President Trump's campaign to crack down on the culture at universities has generated tremendous uncertainty.
We're also going to stand up to the radical left communists, Marxists, fascists, and frauds who have taken over our universities. They've taken over our schools.
When Trump got into office, he began canceling billions of dollars in federal research funding.
And a cruelty to malignant narcissists that isn't typically observed in other forms of narcissism. Now, as a rule, malignant narcissists are very deceitful.
I swear to you, the left is trying to shame Christians. They try and shame us. I'm a very proud Christian, actually.
They lie regularly to suit their purposes and to protect their interests and their fragile egos. They typically manifest a willingness to take advantage of other people, and they tend to be ethically and even legally pretty sketchy. They will bend and break rules and laws and intimidate and bully people for their own advantage.
The effects of him being a narcissist on our whole country and how it's affecting our country and the people in our country is much more significant than if he has mild dementia. Trump being a narcissist means that he is addicted to crowds. I've talked about this in other videos that I've posted, and Trump is very much addicted to crowds and praise.
The biggest crowd I've ever spoken, I've spoken to the biggest crowds. Nobody's spoken to crowds bigger than me. If you look at Martin Luther King, when he did his speech, his great speech, and you look at ours, same real estate, same everything, same number of people, if not, we had more.
Narcissists get off on narcissistic supply. This is the emotional support and attention that narcissists get from people, especially people who are very empathetic. So Trump being in front of crowds, the praise, the applauding, that is his narcissistic supply, and he is addicted to it. He is also addicted to awards. As you can obviously see, he is obsessed with getting the Nobel Peace Prize.
President Obama got the Nobel Peace Prize
He
for
got a
way
prize
less.
for doing nothing.
Exactly.
Obama got a prize. He didn't even know what he got. He got elected, and they gave it to Obama for doing absolutely nothing but destroying our country.
More than likely because Obama got this Peace Prize, and Trump being such a narcissist, he feels that he has to get as many awards as another person. He has always been obsessed with awards. He recently got the FIFA Soccer World Cup to give him a Peace Award.
President Trump finally has his Peace Prize. No, not the Nobel Peace Prize, which is the world's most prestigious, and one that President Trump has long coveted.
Mr. President, this is your prize. This is your Peace Prize. There is also a beautiful medal for you that you can wear everywhere you want to go.
Now, if the FIFA Peace Prize doesn't ring a bell for you, it's probably because it is a brand new award. It was announced last month by FIFA, which is the global governing body for soccer. You've heard of it because it's been plagued by scandal and corruption allegations in the last decade.
Which was very weird. I made a clip a while back of how Trump was allowed on the stage when one of the teams got a big trophy, and Trump wanted to be in the center of it, even though they were directing him to get off stage. He had to be in the center of it. He has to pretend like all that applause and attention is for him. He feeds off of it. He is addicted to it and he needs it. So when you have an evil person in power, he wants to take over the world. And that's what Trump is trying to do. He's trying to acquire different countries. He is exerting power over weaker countries. And he's basically essentially being a world bully. And this is who we put in the White House. It has, like I said, destroyed our alliances with Canada, with Mexico, and with Europe. These were our strong allies that we had for trading partners and for NATO, and Trump has torn it all down. So he is all around, going around and basically retaliating on all these people that made him unhappy in his first term or since then. And he is taking out revenge on the whole world right now. Share this video, leave a comment, let me know what you think, like the video, subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more videos like this, and I'll see you in the next one.